Welcome back to Tech Rants. My name is Q, and today I'll be giving you my experience on using Verizon Wireless. Stay tuned. Now, before we get started, I must state that I know I've made live streams and videos talking about Verizon, probably even bashing Verizon, but I find myself in a predicament where, well, not even a predicament because we'll get to that in a second, but I found myself in a position where Verizon works the best. Okay, I have a review up on Verizon Wireless home phone. Please feel free to check that out. Um, and that's basically used for my office purposes, and it works well. Okay, so this is specifically talking about my cell phone experience. Okay, so I've been a Verizon Wireless customer for it'll be 2 months on the 22nd, and I've got to say the service is great. Okay, it is one of those situations where you get what you pay for. And if you look at certain sites, they describe Verizon as the Cadillac of the Big Four, and in some ways that's true. And let's talk about that. So, first of all, Verizon gives you a sense of prestige, and this is not saying okay, now that I have Verizon, I'm above anybody. No, but there are some people that have Verizon. They feel like they are a part of something. They finally have made it. And I have to give it to Verizon, and this is with all major carriers, but now especially Verizon. Verizon was a company that was hard to get with back in the day, even as recent as a year ago. Now, pretty much Verizon, what these carriers have done is they've set up a structure that basically goes on a credit limit. Okay, and with that credit limit, you basically can finance a certain amount of the device before they require a down payment. So Verizon has pretty much fell into that. So here I am with Verizon. Um, but, so the structure has changed. So we're going to go ahead and talk about a few things. We're going to rate them on a category, and then I'm just going to basically give my thoughts and opinions. Now, I still think Verizon is overpriced, and I really do think that they're overrated. At this point, I've had a chance to experience all four carriers, and I've got to say the one that's provided me the best coverage within my immediate area was surprisingly, you guys ready for this? Drum roll. Or a drum roll. T-Mobile. Yes, and I will make another video about that. But today's specifically focused on Verizon. So I've had every major carrier. T-Mobile has provided me, in my personal opinion, with the best experience. Needless to say, Verizon has not lacked. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about this in this video. I'm going to rate them. I'm going to give you my opinion on customer service, network performance, value, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And if I miss anything at the end, of course, I'll address it. So let's get into this. All right, so I'm going to start with performance because that's the main reason why you switch to Verizon. Now, keep in mind, each of these is based on my own personal experience, and your results may vary. It could be better or it could be worse. So overall, I've been happy with Verizon. I really have. The network performance is outstanding, my personal opinion. Now, for the most part, I get between 3 to 4 bars of service. I have an iPhone 8, which is my daily driver at this point, and iPhones have 4 bars. They used to have 5, but now they have 4. So I get between 3 to 4 bars. So if I check my signal now, okay, right now it says 2, but 2 bars is fine, but normally it's between 3 and 4. So as far as phone calls, I have no problems with phone calls. I have no problems with text messages. Data has not even been an issue. Now, I noticed that I've learned this from being with Cricket Wireless. Speed tests don't mean anything in actuality. It's all about how the network performs. Now, if I do a speed test in my house at the moment, Verizon will pull anywhere between 15 to 30 megabits down, anywhere between 5 to 15 megabits up. Now, if I go up about a mile up the road, I'm going to pull way faster speeds. I think I remember I did a test, it was like 90 megabits down and 40 megabits up. So Verizon definitely can get some fast speeds. Don't let it fool you. Here in my house, data is not its strong suit. But that's fine because I have Wi-Fi at home. But even if it did, data still will work perfectly fine. If I had to rely on Verizon as an unlimited data plan, it would certainly work, okay? Because I had Cricket Wireless for a month with unlimited service, and the 8 megabits, unless you did a speed test, trust me, you wouldn't notice. So speed tests and speeds and networks and network speeds and all that, they really don't mean anything. So, but overall performance, I have to give Verizon a 10 out of 10. They really are structuring over. You can tell they're using GSM technologies. Okay, I can be on the phone, and if I don't have Wi-Fi, I can make data. It's easier to do conference calls, and their voice structure and their HD voice and how they're converting everything over makes it easy, especially for when I'm conducting business calls on my landline. But it definitely just makes things better. So network performance, data, phone calls, text messages, what you would expect from Verizon Wireless. This is it. Just they sales themselves. So 10 out of 10, at least in my personal opinion. Now let's go ahead and talk about customer service. Now customer service has been very well. Now if anybody watches my videos, you guys know T-Mobile gets the top rated, highest level of customer service out of everybody I've had, strictly because they are open 24 hours. Now anybody that has 24-hour customer service automatically gets a 6 out of 10. Now, how they treat you is another value. But Verizon's no slack either. I don't like the fact that Verizon has limited customer service hours, so that deducts some points right there. However, when you can get customer service, they are very helpful, and usually your problems do get resolved. Now, I had a couple issues that I don't really want to talk about. It was mainly issues with the account, as per se. I had to go through some hoops to get that handled, but for the most part, customer service is helpful, and they usually honor what they're going to say. And I've been with Verizon a bit. I'm not trying to brag or anything, but we gotten some deals on our service, and it's been wonderful. But customer service is definitely wonderful. They get some points deducted strictly because they don't have 24-hour customer service. All right, as you heard that was my office phone ringing. So yeah, Verizon definitely doesn't have 24-hour customer service, but the customer service is very helpful. Things definitely get done. You can usually get in touch with somebody pretty quickly. They do have 24-hour chat, so that's why I'm not going to really make a big deal about it. But and also the surveys. I've been with, like I said, at this point I've been with everybody. And normally surveys, you'll get a survey about customer service a few hours later or the day after. Verizon sends you the survey on how customer service did as soon as the call ended. So I guess they figured, well, we can handle that. We can handle the problem if there is a problem right then and there. They don't wait. They want to get you while you're fresh. So Verizon definitely has good customer service. So rating on customer service, I'll go ahead and give that 8.5. They lose points because they don't have good customer service. I mean, they don't have 24-hour customer service, and their callback queue is a little bit, yeah, they don't really fall through with their callbacks. T-Mobile has the best experience for that. I'm not saying that Verizon doesn't at all, but there has been some issues where they really don't, and it can be frustrating. So for this point, they get an 8 out of 10. Good customer service, but they don't have 24-hour customer service, and their callback structure is not the best. So 8, 8.5, still pretty good. Now let's go ahead and talk about value. Now Verizon is the more expensive one out of all major carriers. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the plans here that you're mainly going to be know. So I'll go ahead and talk about single family plans. I'll go ahead and talk about single line plans. I don't really know too much about the family plans, even though I am kind of on a family plan. But let's talk about the single line plans real quick. It's $55 with. Keep in mind these are all with auto pay. So $55 with 2 gigs of data, and also with 5 gigs of data. Now here's what it is. Now with the 2 gigs of data, it's $55 no matter what. There's no auto pay discount. It's $60 for the 5 gigabyte plan. However, you do get a $5 discount if you sign up for autopay. So you might as well go with the 5 gigabyte plan for $55. Okay. You also get the carryover data. So whatever you don't use, it gets carried over. Once you use all your data for that billing cycle, you use the carryover data that you had left over. Okay. So that's pretty good. Then you have the unlimited plans, $75 for um, Go Unlimited, which is always deprioritized data, unlimited 3G hotspot, and you get talk, text, and all that other stuff, and you get 6 months Apple Music. $85 bumps that deprioritization threshold up to 22 gigs, and you get 15 gigs of mobile hotspot, and you get Apple Music actually included. $95 bumps that deprioritization threshold up to 75 gigs, 20 gigs of mobile hotspot, and you get some Verizon Cloud storage, and you also still get Apple Music included. So Verizon is giving people, something included in their plan. I think that AT&T has the best, and then T-Mobile's the second, and then Sprint, comes in third. So Verizon is definitely giving customers some incentives. The Verizon Up Rewards is pretty good. It's kind of similar to T-Mobile Tuesdays, but once you earn a certain amount of bill credits, it's $300, and actually $300 that you spend on your bill, you actually get a credit that can be used towards anything. So like they have like gift cards, and sometimes you get devices. Discounts off devices and accessories and things of that nature. It's actually really nice. I've actually used it. They give you a bonus reward after you make your first month's payment. So, Verizon, they definitely have some decent value. They're actually getting better. However, I still believe Verizon is way overpriced. They still don't quite do it yet. I just can't see myself justifying paying as much as Verizon has. And then, like I said, all these prices, they don't include taxes and fees. And the prices that I did name for those plans add $5 more if you don't do auto pay. So, yes, Verizon is a little bit high, but their their network is pretty good. It really is. Their network is top notch. They have really good customer service. And I don't know. It's Verizon. It's what do you expect? It's what do you expect? Verizon. So, but overall, my experience has been pretty good. Yes, they're a little bit pricier than most, but it is kind of a situation that you get what you pay for. Now, here's the question: Is Verizon definitely my first choice when it comes to carriers? Absolutely not. If Verizon was a little bit cheaper, and they weren't as money hungry, yes, they would definitely be at the top of my list. But at the moment, they're not. And I do have a video about how and recently they handled a situation where there was an outage. They didn't compensate customers. That's a whole nother story. But go ahead and watch that video. So Verizon definitely loses points in my book for that. But for the most part, I've been happy with Verizon. I haven't had any issues. And even if I did have any issues, they were quickly resolved by customer service, but nothing really major that's going to make me port my number out. So, yeah, kind of a rant. I've been happy with Verizon. Could I recommend Verizon? Yeah, I, for you guys, I really don't recommend anything because I don't know your coverage area. Like I said, my experience is different. Your experience may be better, yours could be worse. But would I recommend them to my friends and family? I would. I definitely would. It's just certain circumstances. I got other choices out there that I would go with first, but Verizon definitely is nonetheless nowhere near the bottom. They're definitely at the top, but I have a couple choices that I would recommend above Verizon. But still, pretty good overall experience. I'm happy. If I had to rate my overall experience, I'll give it an 8, simply because of a few fallbacks that I've had, and it's just my personal opinion. But overall, pretty good. So, yeah, if this is helpful, informative, or entertaining in any way, leave a like on the video. Comment down below what you guys think. Do you guys have Verizon? What do you guys think about Verizon? Are you thinking about switching to Verizon? Let me know your thoughts. Of course, you leave me any questions, comments, or concerns you would like. Subscribe if you enjoy the content. Share it, tell your friends. And we'll catch you guys on the next one later.